What is up, guys? Welcome to Tech Savvy Buyers. So we're gonna make our first Black Friday PC build. These were all pretty much sourced from Micro Center. They have awesome prices on all of these components. I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown of everything and how much it costs. But basically, this is about as budget as it's gonna get, and you're gonna get the most bang for buck with these parts right here. We've got 32 gigs of RAM, a Ryzen 7 2700X, an RX 590, a B450 Aorus Pro Wi-Fi board, and we also have the Be Quiet Pure Base 500 case with the window tempered edition. This is a $79 case. This is the only thing that did not come from Micro Center, but I picked this up online. This build is actually for a subscriber of mine, so they wanted to get a budget build that could handle some 4K video editing since they were looking to do some workstation type of things, and they also wanted to do some casual gaming, so the RX 590 fit perfectly for those needs where you can do some 2K gaming but mostly full HD gaming. But it's also a very great card if you want to do, 1440p gaming. I've reviewed this card before in detail. If you guys want to take a look at that, I'll leave that link up here so you guys can check that out. But overall, this is a killer build. It's going to be suited to pretty much do anything and everything that you want to do and future-proof yourself for a good while to coming. Now, it's not necessarily the best gaming build per se, but if you're only sticking around with the full HD type of goal, this is an overkill setup for full HD. In fact, it's pretty much future-proofed for any type of full HD gaming that I can possibly think of. With that being said, let's get into the build. I'll show you each of the components up close. We'll do a cost breakdown on everything, and then you guys can pretty much figure out if this is a build that you guys want to do as well. Let's take a look at that, but first, let's get a word from today's video sponsor.
Today's video is sponsored by GVGMall.com. GVG Mall carries a wide variety of game currencies and gift cards that you could use to take your gaming to the next level. If you're looking for a fresh copy of Windows or Microsoft Office, then you can certainly find those on GVGMall.com as well. They are priced very competitively and offer legit copies of Microsoft software. You can pick up a copy of Windows 10 Pro for under 15 bucks. Visit GVGMall.com for more information and use code TSB to save during checkout.
So overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. This looks fantastic. It's very minimalistic. It's definitely not going overkill. Again, when it comes to building computers, you can pretty much go all out depending on the budget you have, but the specific constraint that I was told was to stay under $800. Now for 800 bucks, we got a very, very nice case. We got a graphics card, CPU, 32 gigs of RAM, a nice motherboard with some RGB lighting and tons of connectivity, and even an NVMe.2 SSD drive in there. That's 1 terabyte as well. That reads at 3500 megabits per second and writes up to 2000 megabits per second. So definitely a very, very solid computer, guys. This is more than capable of running games in full HD, 1440p. You can even do some light overclocking, although I'd recommend if you want to do overclocking, maybe ditch the regular cooler that comes with it and get a liquid cooler for doing that type of stuff. But for pretty much everything else, this is a very, very solid PC. And during Black Friday, all these sale prices are insane. I've been kind of monitoring all the prices throughout the year, but this is about as good as it's going to get for these kind of components around this time of year. Now, 32 gigs of RAM for $135, a Ryzen 7 2700X, just because it's a year old and, you know, they're coming out with processors left and right, it's still a very solid processor, but for 130 bucks, and then you pair it with the motherboard and get an additional 30 bucks off. That's how we got all the prices that we did achieve here. And ultimately, it turned out to be a very, very solid deal, guys. I think you guys would be pleasantly surprised if you pick up components like this. I'm not going to do any benchmarks on this specifically. I think the parts kind of speak for themselves, and there's tons of different benchmark videos that you guys can go and watch to get a sense of what exactly you could do with a build like this. But for under $800, this is the build. Very solid. If you guys want to pick up the parts, I'll leave the links to Newegg store that you guys can check out. Now, keep an eye out for Newegg as well. If you guys want to go and pick up some of these parts from Newegg, chances are you can probably get them to honor some of the pricing if you reach out to their customer service, although I can't guarantee that 100%, but it's worth a shot. And then the last thing I was going to say, we picked up a copy of Windows 12 using GVGMall.com. So if you guys know, that was what played in the ad during this video as well, and that's actually the best place to go to pick up a copy of Windows 12. Now, you have to install Windows 10 Pro from the start using a digital disk drive or using a USB drive. Whatever you want to use, you get that, you image that off of Windows' official website, go ahead and install it, and then after that you activate it with the key that you purchased from GVGMall.com. So for 12 bucks we got Windows 10 Pro running on the system, and we pretty much have a beast of a computer. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and smash that like button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button along with that little notification bell so you guys are up and aware when I'm putting out new content. I think this was extremely fun to build, very nice case, very, very nice case. I've actually reviewed this case in the past, but it was just so much fun to build in it. Again, very clean cable management. All in all, it was a great build. So if you guys want to pick up these parts, I'll leave links in the description below where you guys can check it out. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you very much for staying to the end and watching this video, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye-bye.